With more on the political implications of all of this, we are joined by LA-based journalist Peter Hamby. He's the host of Good Luck America on Snapchat, one of the founders of Puck News, and host of one of my favorite podcasts, The Powers That Be. Subscribe to that, listen to it every day. It's great stuff. Peter,
thanks.
Good to see you. What a day. It's a really interesting day of just observing Donald Trump, the man. He's been one of the most famous people on the planet for decades. We've all observed him. And just the range of emotions that we've seen on him, from that picture inside the courtroom to his speech tonight. Talk to us about everything we've seen with Trump today and what it was like for you seeing him in court.
That was a remarkable moment. I will say there was a shot of him entering Manhattan criminal court today, just a quick stakeout camera shot where he looked really irritated in a way that he typically doesn't. Look, it was also interesting that he went back to New York and just did the, appeared for the arraignment, turned around and flew back to Florida. New York is not his hometown anymore. It's not at all. And it was pretty fascinating that he just kind of showed up, went to Trump Tower last night, turned around, went to the court, flew right home. Obviously, he couldn't give a speech like he did tonight in front of hundreds of supporters in Manhattan. Those folks just don't exist for him there. They're at Mar-a-Lago. But yeah, I mean, it was remarkable to see. And according to reporters who were actually in the courtroom with Donald Trump, he did not look happy to be there, Elix.
Well, what about the idea, too, that this has really just boosted his profile tremendously? I mean, it's been just a few days since this indictment was announced. It was Thursday night when that was breaking news. And since then, he's raised close to, if not more than $10 million. This is from his campaign. So just and also today with pundits saying this right here secured the Republican nomination for him. Your thoughts on that?
I think that's getting a little too far ahead of ourselves. I absolutely think this is helping him. If you look at the polling averages among Republican voters, his numbers have ticked up over the last week. As you're showing on screen right now, he is sending out tons of creative emails and texts just for fun. I was watching his speech on Fox News earlier before coming on here, and I texted Trump to the number that they put on his podium, which is being broadcast on Fox News, almost as if it was the State of the Union. They were treating it with such pomp and circumstance. And the message you got back said, "I'm under attack. The left is coming out to get me." By the way, that was his entire speech. It was completely about how the left, Democrats, this prosecutor, they're all, the deep state, they're all coming after him. It was all about grievance. You guys said earlier $10 million. I assume that's going to be much higher tomorrow. What's interesting, though, is Trump's main rival for the Republican nomination, Ron DeSantis, he's sort of stagnant right now while Trump is going up, if you look at the polls. That doesn't mean this is over for Ron DeSantis, who hasn't even announced his campaign yet, although he's likely to. What you're seeing here is all of this coverage is reminding Republicans of Donald Trump. He is still supported by the vast majority of Republicans, but that does...
Oh, no.
So close.
Peter's Zoom,
yeah,
unfortunately got stuck there. I'll finish Peter's point for him. Maybe we can get him back to him. One thing that's especially... Okay, you're back. Okay, we had a momentary freeze there. It was like a data moment from Star Trek. Real quickly, I'll bring you in on this. Yeah, we just saw this image of the T-shirt that they're selling for Donald Trump, which is a picture of a fake mugshot, a mugshot that does not exist, because they think it is such good politics to run on this and to raise money on this. There's no question that short-term it's helping him. Question is long-term, will it help him? And will Ron DeSantis be able to run as essentially Trump without the drama, Trump without the indictments? But I'm curious also for your thoughts on the media itself. You know, there was a lot of talk in 2016 about the billions potentially in free media that Donald Trump got from his speeches being taken in full on cable networks, and that really helping him a lot as he ran for president. How do you think the media is and should be handling this episode now?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the president of CBS back then, Les Moonves, said Trump might be bad for America, but he's good for ratings. And you're right. I mean, it's well documented that the amount of coverage that was given to Trump by places like CNN was literally the equivalent of billions of dollars of earned media. Look, I think the last couple days were interesting. There were live cameras of him leaving Mar-a-Lago, him arriving in New York. I saw one reporter tweet today that CNN had a speedboat in the Hudson River with a camera on it trying to capture images of Trump Force One landing at the airport there in New York. The difference here, there's a couple main differences. One, when news of the indictment broke last week, ratings across these cable networks jumped up. The next night, they fell back to earth. There's not as much of a sustained interest this time around, I think. And the other thing that's different, too, is just the tone and tenor of the coverage. In 2015 and 2016, when Trump was running, mainstream reporters were taking rides on his helicopter. They were taking selfies with him at the Iowa State Fair. He was treated as kind of fun, trolly. Obviously, the mainstream press covers Trump with a much more skepticism, hostility, I would say. And I just think the tone of the coverage is different this time. But look, it was impossible for President Biden to get any news on the air in the last 2 days. There was no split screen between Biden and Trump. It was Trump on all screens at all time. And that is his attentional power. That's a challenge. That's going to be a challenge for his Republican opponents in the Democratic primary. But I do think, I agree with you guys, his negatives are so high. A majority of independents, a big majority, support this indictment. And, you know, it's going to be tough for him to overcome his disapproval ratings in a general election.
Right, because to win a general election, he has to expand his base. It's not just enough to get the amount of people that voted for him in 2020, because clearly that wasn't enough voters. Peter Hamby, thank you again. Listen to Peter for more brilliant stuff at The Powers That Be every day, the podcast. We appreciate you coming on with us tonight.
Thanks, Peter.